Let me see. Okay. Okay, sure. I don't know. So, what do you want to talk about?
Should we recap the festival?
Okay. Actually, that reminds me. I should be like logging into Twitch on my other thing here. I actually usually watch on my tablet, the double check stuff.
Oh,
yeah. So
on my phone.
Let's see. Should I be spooky?
Yeah. It's still light here, so.
Yeah. Oh, we're both in California. It's still light here too.
Oh yeah, you're in a dark room though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got like this window here that the blinds don't quite block out, but it'll be dark.
Yeah.
So we don't have to recap the last, but that was fun. The Burning Goblin Festival.
Yeah, Burning Goblin.
Yeah, cute. So where we didn't find anything, and that was a success.
Yeah. Well, I know it felt anticlimactic to me, but it was just like, wait, no, you want this. Otherwise, the human guards are going to come in and burn stuff down.
Right. Trying to protect people. Although there's still that one person that's out there from the sheep ones.
That's actually going to be... Yeah, that's going to be tonight.
Okay.
So, what I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, I guess, but it's not a big deal for me to just say this. So, to just match us up with the season, match us up with Halloween or whatever, we'll just fast forward a month. Okay. A month ahead means that summer ends.
Right.
Now she hasn't come back. So people are like worried, like, wait, she should have been back like a month ago. Let's go get her. And that'll be the impetus, the hook for us to go get it.
All right, so Gradal, as a member of the Friends with the Sheep Friends, is going to be quite concerned.
Yes.
I'm still going to be suspicious, but that's a theory's nature. And then, we'll see. So we're spending a month in Goblin Town. So we should be getting to be pretty good friends with folks here.
Yeah. So, okay, cool. So I guess if we're just gonna fast forward a month, then
yeah,
you could pick out. I guess let's do it this way. I'll let you pick out a one of the guilds. Just pick one. I'll let you pick out a one of the guilds. Okay, I thought that was me for a second. Like, oh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we'll pick out one of the guilds to kind of hang out.
Each person gets to pick a guild and like, okay, that's going to be your guild. That's going to be your connection. And then that'll be hooked for later, or if you need something, then you'll go to them for whatever connection you have.
Okay.
I remember, short round. Like, I also remember we were joking about ground penetrating radar.
Oh yeah.
So if you want, you can take this opportunity to like think like, okay, wait, what kind of weird artifact do I want to like try to dig up or scrounge up? Like, what am I looking for?
Sure.
Do I want? Yeah.
Well, Theory has something she's looking for in her backstory, so.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know where she would begin to look for that, but that would be fun. I like that.
Like, so actually, to kind of go with the whole haunted artifact and spooky archaeology hook. Part of my idea was actually here. I'll actually pull this up. Let me see here. Let me change this on the. Let me start broadcasting my screen here. Not that one. Not that one. Where is it? Not that one. Hold on. Okay. Okay, hopefully. All right. So, so if you can see on my screen, hopefully.
So I see the overview map on the unrolled.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah. I can even if you're logged in. I'll let me see. I can move it also to your. If you're logged in, you can also see it.
Okay, I see the overview map. Like the.
Yeah. So. I'm a cartographer.
Yeah, you are.
A cartographer, right?
So you made all of these up, right? This is your homebrew. It's not like from another.
Yeah. And the thing that I'm very proud of is I tried to make names. Most of the names are in English and fairly easy to remember. So.
Because you like with your knowledge of languages.
Yeah, it's just like I actually have fluency in like three of English, Spanish, Japanese, but a little teeny tiny spattering of Korean, Mandarin, Cantonese, and I learned how to read a little bit of Arabic, but I can only sort of read the menu, so I can be like, that's falafel. Oh, I'll take 2 of those. No, I can see you now. But if you look here on the number 6, the number 6 is supposed to be this area that has a bunch of a bunch of ruins. So people basically do looting, and that's where they get little artifacts and stuff like that.
Oh my god. The inner right now between my real life and this life is struggle. Don't do it. Do it.
So the thing is my idea was actually some of the goblins from Clark, from the city, actually travel up north to get some of these artifacts they're looting, and then come back down to the city. And the city's a port town, so you can just ship it to anywhere else you have. Well,
Oh.
Wait, you had her on once? I don't remember the name. It's very familiar.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be so awesome.
So hey, like I said, my fantasy was to be to somehow sneak into your podcast. So I found the side door, just like my uncle's house. Well, what was I thinking? I don't know. Oh yeah, I remember now. I was thinking
Aww. That's honestly the only thing that bothers me about Short Round is I'm like, oh, that was a problematic character to begin with. But you know what? I'm over it. I'm over it at this point. I'm just like, if somebody's offended, they'll say something, and when they say something, I'll worry about it. Because I don't have the energy. Yeah, exactly. I didn't even know there was a Gremlin show coming out on. Yeah. No. That's kind of cool. I would watch that. But I also watched the Jackie Chan cartoon, so. And he was an. Yeah, but he was an archaeologist in that one. Oh no, it was actually really good. It was actually a really good series. The kid was annoying, but the Jackie Chan character and the uncle character were both a lot of fun. And of course, he was an archaeologist who wasn't an archaeologist, but that was fun too. And then Jackie Chan did a movie. It's a India crossover with India movie. What was it called? Kung Fu Yoga? But he plays an archaeologist in that movie, and they have to go to India for the excavation because his character is partnering with an Indian archaeologist, and they end up in India fighting monsters. And yeah, so he's got a thing for archaeology. Yes, yes. The final closing credits scene, and you finally get to see how old Jackie Chan really is because he's doing the Bollywood dancing, and of course half of the cast was Chinese and half of the cast was Indian, and so yeah, at the very end they're all doing this big dance number to this music, and he's trying, but his bones don't his joints don't bend anymore. Yeah. It's actually a decent movie though. He's not a bad archaeologist in it. The weird forced romance thing between him and the Indian archaeologist lady was awkward. But other than that, I really don't have a complaint about the movie. Well, it's really really awkward for me because she's clearly like 40 years younger than he is, and I'm just like, no. I understand that he stopped aging at the age of 30, but it's still weird. No. I honestly don't know anybody else in the movie. I know that some of the people from on the Indian side of the crew are kind of big names, but I only know that because I looked it up. I have no idea who any of them are, and I only watched it because it was a Jackie Chan movie and archaeology, which I'd have watched it just because it was a Jackie Chan movie, but then it was also archaeology, and I was just like, score! This is going to be terrible, and it wasn't. It was very good. It's like that fucking C14 dating game. I really expected that game to be absolute horror, just terrible. And it's the best introduction to archaeology course I've ever taken. I mean, it's pretty realistic as to what happens in an archaeology field school. It's actually pretty tame, because everybody's still sober as far as I can tell. Fight me. Tell me I'm wrong. I didn't. I didn't, but I enjoyed watching them. Yeah. My first field school, I was not interested in dating, and the second field school, I was already with my partner, so. By the third field school, I'm too old now. Love romance triangles are for the young. Yeah. I've always made the joke that they need to just, one crew that I'm on, one of these CRM crews I'm on, they need to just rent us a house and set it up like Big Brother instead of having us be in a hotel. Just follow us around. Archaeology Big Brother. Yeah. Well, the nice thing is if one of them gets sick, they'll all get sick, so. How are you guys managing that? Like, one person per hole? Or do you guys dig out there? You hike, don't you? Insane. I've got a friend who's digging on the Ohio, where the border of, Ohio and Kentucky? Don't test me. They've got a really nice historic location out there, and I'm really jealous. But I'm like, how are you guys doing that? Like, how are you going to do the units? Because they're doing a phase 3. No. No, they did 2x2s on their phase 3s, but even then, I mean, the last time I worked for this company on a phase 3, we had 2 people per 1x1, so we had like 8 people in a unit because we were taking it down in rounds. And you can't do that now. So that's going to slow the project down a lot. Which sucks because it's a really cool spot that I can't tell you anything about. If we weren't live, maybe. Yeah. Well, the only reason I'm not out there working on it is because they're only hiring local people that they can send home. Because of the whole, you can't have people out and about because they catch the virus. Yeah, usually there's like a crew van if there's a big crew. Yep. Though it would be nice to get all the equipment out there, because you could get all the equipment and all the people, and you wouldn't have to sit on the shovels. There's no such thing as just pedestrian survey. There's pedestrian survey, and there's taking the equipment for a walk, which is usually what it ends up being. It's a Kodak moment. Walk out there, take a picture, walk back. Maybe I should run a D&D game that is just like a phase 1. I could do that. Maybe I should. Random encounter table. You find fire ants. Random encounter. Ground hornets. You found 3 pre-Clovis points, and then beneath that you found a 1920s Coke bottle. You mean above it, right? No, I mean under it, like directly under it. No. You fucked up. Damn it. Your other random encounter, you get the title Worm Slayer. Worm Slayer and Frog Decapitator. I will never forget that day. Like, I found the back half first. Oh yeah, and then the next shovelful his head came up, and I was like, done. I'm not doing this hole anymore. It was horrible. Poor thing. I killed it. It was sad. My other favorite one is we were doing a phase 2 out on an army base in the south. Where were we were staying in Alabama. We were digging in Georgia, and we left our units overnight. And we came back, and somehow the world's largest fucking spider had fallen into our unit. And along with the world's largest spider was also like this rat, this big black nasty ass rat. And they were like having a death duel. I'm not joking. This spider it was as big as the rat. And they're like fighting. So we just covered it back up and came back after lunch. We pulled the tarp back and we were just like, nope. I don't know. They weren't there when we went back, and I don't care. That's also the place where I got spooked by the turkey. So that was actually a really fun sight. We were down a ways from the live ammo range, and we had to have a radio. Well, anytime you're on a military base, you have to have a radio with you at all times. So we're just listening to the babble of the army range, of the firing range, because it was also a training facility. So like this poor guy, they have to spell their names out with the military alphabet, which just is stupid and takes forever. And this guy would get about halfway through his name and screw up and have to start all over again. He did it like 3 times before he finally got it right. And we're just listening to it on the radio. I'm just like, you poor man. You get no dignity here. I'm sorry. Well, so much for this episode. Quick, tell us a ghost story. Okay. Wow. Are you aging yourself or what? Uh-huh. Wait, but there's no gate. Ah. Okay. So we took that road. That was the road we took. That doesn't mean anything. Mm. safe here. I wish I could leave when I don't feel safe places. Have you come upon, because you said you're out there when they're poaching, have you come upon one of the body dumps yet? One of the carcass dumps? Those are... I forget where we were. It was somewhere north, and we'd been parking in this one... Oh, we weren't. We were in Indiana because it was the Hoosier. And there was this one part where we'd been parking the vehicles and then walking in. And the day before, we'd seen trucks, and we knew that they were poachers. But, you know, what can you do? And so the next day when we went back, there were like 8 fucking deer carcasses just lined up. And they were just taking trophies. But there's like these dead animals just lying there. And I'm like, do we have to keep parking here? Because this isn't going to be pleasant in like 2 days. And then one of the other things we found was I don't know if it was the same guys or if it was a different group, but there was like this ravine and they were chucking them in there. So it was just like this pile of bones. It looked like you know how they did the buffalo drives. It looked like that, only deer, but they were all bone. I mean, at least they weren't leaving it along the side of the road where people park. So I guess, but yeah, it wasn't like a deep ravine, but it was like it was obviously an accumulation. So yeah, it totally does. It's the Hoosier National Forest. I don't think they have either of those anymore. There might be bears. Maybe. I don't know. You're like my friend in the Philippines. You guys have bears? Like, you don't? Huh. She says. Speaking of my friend from the Philippines.
That's why.
Actually, because where I live, I actually live near the San Bernardino National Forest. There are a few bears, but they're just tiny black bears. I'm kind of surprised there aren't any like Sasquatch stories around here. Maybe there are. I just haven't heard them.
Where are you from again? What area?
San Bernardino National Forest.
Huh. There's no Squatch there, huh? You might have it only named something else.
I just haven't heard anyone talk about it. We do have bears, but they're just really small black bears, you know. Some of my friends who lived up in some of the towns that are closer to the foothills of the mountains, they were like, yeah, we got bears. They're like raccoons, just bigger. And then when they raid the trash cans, you just make a lot of noise and they run off. I'm like, oh, okay.
Ken's got a mama bear and a baby bear that have apparently taken over his front yard. So they can't leave snacks for the delivery guy anymore, which I was like, you left snacks for your delivery guy?
Sorry, that's awesome.
Like, that's kind of cool.
A Sasquatch at where I work that was like from 25 years ago or something, and it's on Bigfoot.com. You know, you could go in and report your sighting, but it was someone who was hunting, and he said he saw like 5 a.m. in the morning or something, Bigfoot running in the woods, and he went and they got like one of the biologists at work to go back and like look for footprints or evidence, and like it was probably a bear because we have black bears too. So.
Well, I've told you guys about the dude who had the werewolf skull.
What? Werewolf skull? So
when I was working at the state, there was a frequent caller who had what he thought was a werewolf skull. And there was nothing anyone could do to convince him that it was just a pig skull that he was holding upside down. But he was absolutely convinced it was a werewolf skull. So, like that, your Sasquatch story reminds me, because he would constantly call the archaeologist office because he wanted them to come and identify and verify his werewolf skull. And I'm like, how would you even know? I mean, maybe if you had an actual dog skull, maybe, but this is a pig.
It's upside down.
Yeah, if you turn it around, it's a pig. And he's like, no, you're holding it the wrong way. And I'm like, okay.
A werewolf skull, not a were-sheep man skull.
No, not the were-sheep skull. Not the man-bear pig. Man-bear pig. That's
awesome. Yeah, the calls you get. That.
Yeah, the were-sheep was a little weird. Boy, that's a callback, man. That's like 3 years ago.
Like I said, I've been a fan for a while, Sarah. So.
That's awesome.
That's. I feel frightened. No, it's fine. Is anybody talking to us? Talk to us, people. Oh wait, shit! Don't. Okay. No, I thought for a minute that we really were going to be watching my show together there for a second. I was like, no, not play. Does anybody say anything? No one loves us. I see how you all are. I know Araya's at least watching because she told us our audio sucked. It's like, yeah, by the way, your audio sucks. Thanks.
I actually got like a cheap Logitech headset to try to make the sound better, but I'm like, do I want to put the thing with the little thing in front of my face right now for Halloween, or just leave it as is?
Thank you. I love the hearts.
Yeah, I've been using a headset, but I don't know. I'm not happy with it. And this works. It's just on the computer mic. Seems to work fine, I guess.
If this was if we were Roll20, I would give a shit, but we're not.
That's also why I'm kind of like, I was making a map, like the map I have on my screen right now. It's just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to stay with graph paper. Keep it old school. This is middle school in the basement. We're having fun.
I like it. It's got that old school feel. I have a headset I bought for like $3 at the grocery store, but I'm like the rest of you. I'm too lazy to go get it. I don't actually know where it is right now. Ow.
Yeah. But like, how's my sound right now? Can you hear me clearly?
You're fuzzy, but you probably sound like I sound, because I'm just screaming at my screen too, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's about as good as what you're going to get on a laptop mic. You have a slight echo and a slight fuzziness to it, but that's just because it's a laptop mic.
Yeah, it's the laptop mic. I mean, you have no sound buffering around you. If you put up like a sheet over your head and your computer, you'd probably have amazing sound, but no one's going to do that.
I've got my rogue hood.
You can just be like this hovering face in the dark.
Oh, I should have like my candles. I got candles right here, like.
I can't take you seriously. Okay, for starts, I am of the generation where The Crow was like the thing, and I also played Vampire at that time. So it's like, what year is it? Do I need to do a check for Diablerie? What the fuck? Who popped in?
Short round.
Yeah.
Hey. Maybe.
Nice.
No, wrong one. There we go. No, damn it. There we go.
Okay. Since we haven't quite exactly started the game yet, I'm gonna stop my stream for just a second because I'm gonna load a picture on, and I kind of don't want you to see it because it spoils the surprise, although it doesn't really.
All right, I'm gonna take a quick break then.
All right.
Wait. Short round, where'd you go?
Oh no, did I click the wrong button?
You closed the stream, but short round also went away.
Oh, okay. I hope she's feeling better.
I was going to ask, but she's gone now. Now she's gone. Oh, no, now it's just us. Crap.
Oh, wow.
Bam.
Gotta think.
So wait, I want to ask you about your ethnicity, but I don't want to do it in an insensitive way. So there you
Just
go.
do it.
There's my question.
Okay, so I guess streaming this, everybody who's watching this now gets to know
Oh,
my
that's true.
personal
Sorry,
life
if
story.
you don't want to answer that, I am an asshole, and you can just say, fuck you. No, I'm not answering your question.
Like, I actually don't really care. I honestly don't care. Although when I was an ESL teacher, I cared a little bit because I wanted to be really mysterious.
Well, because I remember when we were playing, when I was playing the C14 dating, you mentioned that you grew up in a Spanish neighborhood.
Okay, so the whole kit and caboodle thing. Okay, so I was born in Southern California.
Okay.
My mother immigrated from Mexico. My father immigrated from the Philippines.
Oh wow.
Met here in Southern California. So the thing is, though, Southern California is basically a minority majority area. Like a lot of Mexicans here. So much so.
No.
Yeah, right.
In Southern California. Sorry.
So much so that both Mexico and Guatemala have an extra consulate. I don't know if they have a consulate. I'm pretty sure they have a consulate in Los Angeles, but they have another one in San Bernardino, which is where I'm from.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah, so I can go downtown and go to the Mexican consulate for, whatever.
So do you have dual citizenship?
No. I was born here. Like, I don't have any dual citizenship. I'm American through and through.
I was just wondering. I know a lot of people that have who have parents who come from two different countries. They have dual citizenship. So I was just wondering.
I think some of my relatives have like dual citizenship with one of them, with like the Philippines or something like that, but not me personally. No, my parents know.
Okay. Just wondering.
Not that I know of. Now, the thing is that makes me sort of confusing. I think because of like my name, Harusaki Emon. I'm a weeb. Yay.
It's okay, sweetie. It's fine. We all are.
I spent about 2 years or like 3. No, what was it? 4 quarters. I spent 5 quarters. Yeah, I spent 5 quarters. 5 quarters studying Japanese in university, and then I spent a year abroad in Japan.
So do you still speak Filipino?
Actually, no. That's a tragedy. I don't really speak any Filipino whatsoever.
Huh.
I do speak Spanish, but that's because I learned it in high school.
I was gonna have Soup send a message for you, so.
Yeah. So that's why I speak English, Spanish, Japanese. Then I spent time in Korea and China, so a little bit of Korean. And then the place I was in China was Guangdong, which is the southern part, which is right next to Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm.
So familiar with Mandarin and Cantonese.
That's crazy. I speak some German.
That's cool. It's more than me.
Says the guy who speaks 6 languages. You're like my dad.
Yeah.
Except he got trained by the military, so he speaks all the strategic languages.
Oh, well, see, like, me, I just, like, screw around and be like, hey.
So how hard is it to pick up Mandarin?
Okay,
and can you read it, or do you are you like me, where I can read German, but I can kind of speak it? Can you, like, read and speak Mandarin?
Okay, so this is where I'm cheating. This is where I'm cheating.
Okay.
So what happens is Japan learned to read and write from China.
Yes, I know that.
So if you learn to read it, yeah. So me learning how to read and write in Japanese means I could read and write sort of Chinese.
Okay.
Now, the thing that was a little bit of a trick for me is in China they use simplified versions. So there was a bunch of times where I stood in front of a sign and I'm like, it's Chinese, it looks familiar, but I have no idea what it says. And then one day it clicked because of context. I'm like, oh, this is how it works. This is how it works. I can read simplified now.
And then I got hit by a bus. Okay.
It was in a parking lot, actually.
I can finally hear you guys.
There you are.
Hey.
How you feeling?
Doing good. Can you guys, is there any echo or anything like that? I don't have my headset here.
No, but you
good.
are live. Just FYI to the two of you who just jumped in.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I noticed that Discord actually is pretty good at like sound suppression and picking out just the human voice.
Well, that's
yeah, it's
good.
doing a really good job here. Like, I don't usually have my mic going and the desktop audio because it tends to echo, but it doesn't appear to be doing so right now. So we'll go with that. So I do find it a bit ironic that you don't speak the languages you were born into.
Yeah, I know, right? That's this. Well, I mean, I learned Spanish eventually, and but it's really kind of funny though, because like there were so many words that I knew what to do, but I didn't know what it meant. Like it was really weird. Like my dad would call me son in like Cebuano, anak, and I never knew what it actually meant.
Your dad
But
is Cebuano?
He's from Leyte.
Oh, my mom's
so he's from Visayas.
Cebu.
Yeah, I have family in Cebu.
Wow, cool. I also, my mom tried to teach me Cebuano or Visayan, and I didn't want to learn it. It was really difficult, but when she's talking, I understand because she's using it all the time, right? But I also didn't take an interest in that.
Isn't somebody else on here from the Philippines? Or has Filipino heritage? Or is that a different group?
There's one. I read one in the introductions page.
Yeah. I thought that was one of y'all. Oh well.
Indy dropped. Nice.
See, you should nail Amma down sometime because she's actually studying in Japan right now, doing archaeology there.
I bug her sometimes on her Twitch stream.
Yeah. We're getting a pretty. I'm really pleased with the mix that we get on here. Like it's not just all German, Irish, Midwesterners. So.
Yeah, I'm the Italian-Irish Midwesterner who's now in California.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm my family's. I have the typical American background, so there's nothing exciting or special.
I was German immigrating to the Midwest. Yeah.
You said that you have an ancestor that came on the Mayflower. That's kind of cool.
I do. Like I said, it's a typical Midwestern background.
That is cool.
The only really fun thing about my family is the Zander side of the family, which is of course the German side. The Zander family fought on both sides of World War II, with one of my great uncles being one of the guys that carried Hitler's will out of the bunker. What? Yeah. That's the only that, and there's a rumor that we are related to Paul Revere, but that one I cannot verify.
Paul Revere.
I don't know.
Oh, you got your stream going again. So that's all I got. Like I said, typical Midwestern shit.
Cool. That's pretty cool.
Hey, there's Michael. Short round, I can see your back. Do you have an Indiana Jones hat on? God bless the two of you. You have a couple.
I do.
You guys have a couple.
Wait, hang on. I got my dual pistols too.
Your dual pistols. Make the screen bigger.
Let me see. Actually, trying to figure out. I got my two computer screens. I'm just trying to figure out which one. Like, I guess I'll put Discord on this one so that when I look at you, I look at the screen, the camera rather. Ah, it's Iron Man.
It's not showing up. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I love it. Where'd short round go? God damn it, short round.
I decided to go for a Superman theme this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well,
I'm put my best on. Dude, we're all a character now. I'm so proud of you guys dressing up. Thank you. That makes me so happy.
Oh my goodness.
Bonus points for everyone. Unfortunately, we can't hear you, Mike.
Yeah.
That's right.
I will have to apologize because I can't be like this the entire game because I can't put my glasses in this thing.
Did people freeze? What happened?
I don't have my glasses on either because of the dang makeup, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna smear it all over my glasses. So that's why I'm like squinting at like the other screens.
Did I lose connection?
I hear you.
Yeah, who's talking? Oh, hey, cool. Look at the little visor. Hello. What the hell just happened?
On a boat on its way from Chengdu, China.
Ah.
So,
The hell?
I wasn't able to make it in time, but yeah, it does.
Can you guys hear me?
It lights up.
I can hear you.
And then it
Try
says
restarting your
lit up
Discord.
in the eyes once you close it up. Roll 20.
What the fuck?
Oh wow! Wow. You set everything up for the hive and everything else. Damn.
All right.
So cool. And I love. Please tell me that you are Brendan Lee in The Crow.
Brandon, but yes.
Yeah.
Brendan Lee. That's my.
How dare you besmirch our Lord and Savior's name?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
I don't know why. No. Yeah. I don't know why I said Brandon Lee.
Let's see if I can make this.
I don't know. It has to jump up like that. Okay, that's weird. Okay, let me move some people, I guess.
Well, next year I'm definitely going to dress up with my D&D class. I don't know why I didn't think of it in time. Could have ordered those goblin ears and purple hair dye and a bunch of flowers, and I would have been set.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that would have been adorable.
Okay, there's the theory. Oh,
I have unread messages.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes?
Yeah.
All right. My internet went out, so
that's weird.
That's okay. Discord just completely crashed and restarted, so you're good.
oh, all right. Yeah, so I'm on my hotspot now, I think. See how well that works.
Alright, is the gang all here?
Yeah, the gang is here.
Alright. Well, alright. For those of you who have stuck around this long, welcome to the
Yeah.
Halloween D&D episode. Mwah.
Yeah. Yeah.
At which point,
Welcome.
I am now going to shut off my video so that you can be entertained by our intrepid adventurers in Goblin Town. I can't wait to see what you guys are up to.
Okay, cool.
Enjoy! You're on your own. Please don't break the internet again.
Well, we only do our best here.
Right?
All right then. Welcome all. Welcome ghosts, goblins, monsters, and fish in the deep blue sea. All right. So I'll recap. I'll recap from last time then. So the party and all the adventurers, Genera, Aetheri, Dagmar, and Gradal, had encountered a monster. One of the goblin guild leaders, in fact, had turned out to be a monster. They defeated him, but that set off rumors and fears throughout the city of Clark, and especially in Goblin Town. Could there possibly be another monster lurking among the goblins? The party set out an ingenious plan to clandestinely test each of the goblins by exposing them to fire. And in order to do so, you guys set up a bonfire at a summer festival. So as people enjoyed the festival, they would go past the bonfire, throw in a little effigy to burn as part of the ceremonies and celebrations. And it turned out no other goblin was a monster. So you helped secure some of that safety for the Goblin Town. Proud of yourselves. There wasn't really a lot of yeah. Good. Not a lot of trouble happened. There was a little bit of drunk fighting. Gradal did lose to his rival, Was it Midnight Dahlia?
Wait.
Some of the students from Heldar Academy, from the Hobgoblin Academy, now look up to Genera as a possible role model. I still got to do a manga of those kids.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And Etheria, of course, is still sneaking around, but keeping an eagle eye on everything that's going on in Goblin Town. Is there any questions? Does everybody remember the story from last time?
Yeah, so we determined we didn't find any other bar guests, although there's that one person that's still missing from the Sheep Friends, right?
Yes.
But other than that, I
I
think.
know, so I forgot her name, but.
Yes, I'll pull up those notes. Did I?
Yeah.
That was Ami,
I think
right?
I wrote them. Yes, her name is Ami. So I think I wrote the summary like right after the last session. So hopefully that's still there. I'll double check. I gotta move I have a bunch of candles here you can't see, but I should move them closer to light up my face more.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well. Anyways. So yes, what happened was there was basically just one member left of the community that had not shown up at the festival. She had been away on a business trip to a nearby town to check some fragrances. She was actually not part of the Sheep Friends. She was part of the candle makers, the soap makers, the soft hands. They used some of the fragrances in some of their candles, and she went to a neighboring town to check and see what fragrances they had, and also to check on a farm that is closely associated with the guild. The farm is a bee farm, so they use it to harvest beeswax. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we're picking up from then. What we're going to do is we're basically going to jump forward in time a little, about a month. And that way that the summer festival turns into a autumn adventure. So it's been a month. So during this month, what I would like you to do is, Eagle, if you'd like, to actually pick one of the guilds that gets to be your special connection. So, like Graddall has a special connection with the Sheep Friends and the Petal Sniffers. So you can pick a special guild to be your connection. I'll pull up that map of Goblin Town then, actually. All right, so hopefully everyone's looking at the map. Oh. Okay. So what this is going to kind of work is, for story-wise and mechanical purposes, is this is going to be your like special guild when you need a special item, or you need a special item manufactured or interpreted or analyzed, or you just need to call in a special favor.
Okay. Do we each have to pick separate guilds, or can two of us pick the same one?
It's up to you. If two people pick the same guild, then I guess it's double the connection.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking I was going to pick the Fire Boilers because Etheria grew up in a bar, but I'm guessing Dagmar wants to. She's good friends with them as well.
Actually, not. That's not the one. I think Dagmar is gonna pick the skin sacks, so that all the animals
the
that she hunts, she can bring them in.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Let me think. Okay, so yeah, skin sacks are specifically the tan. They actually make things, so they can make like leather umbrellas or leather boots. The hide chewers are the trappers, so those are the ones that'll actually go out and hunt for things.
Oh shoot, I didn't even see that. Oh boy.
If you actually, I have it. If you look on the handouts, I believe you can actually see them. So I listed all the leaders. I didn't list them by name. I actually listed them by their guild specialty and the name of the guild. And if you click on them, you should be able to find. Let me see here. Let's see. Where are my hide chewers?
I definitely take that back. I think she belongs to the hide chewers. Excuse me.
Okay. Right. So that's the hide chewer wearing a combination of warthog head and like bear like cloak cape or something like that. All right. So Dagmar with hide chewers, Gennaro with fire boilers. Then
No,
no, sorry, not Gennaro. Sorry, Aethera with fire boilers. Right.
Get me free drinks.
Gennaro. That's what I was going to ask. Gennaro, which one were you thinking of?
I might go with the iron beaters.
Okay, iron beaters. Let's see. All right, metal workers. Trying to think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They're really into piercings. So like the guild leader is the one with like the chain like that's actually hooked into her like nose. All right. Michael. So you secured. If you remember, so you secured the safety of the town. You're still waiting on Ami to appear. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump ahead in time a month. She still hasn't shown up for a month. So that'll be the hook for us to go look for her. But during that month, you can pick, or each of the people pick a guild to become friends with to make their sort of special connection. And then they'll use that as a hook later for either other adventures or for help when they need to find an item, make an item, or analyze something. So you can just stick with your sheep friends and petal sniffers, or you can pick another one.
Oh no, I'm definitely gonna be sticking with those pedal sniffers.
All right. Okay, pedal sniffers. So, to help give you some ideas. Okay. So even though these are sort of guilds, I do want to have a broad scope of what they can do. And if you want later, we can try to make like a friend of yours for each of the guilds. Now, for pedal sniffers, they go out to gather herbs and find herbs. So they travel far. They walk very far. They'll know plants, funguses, but they'll also know insects. And they have some tracking skills because they're out in the nature so often. For the metal workers, the iron beaters, right? So they're going to be any sort of blacksmithing or well, what's the word for a person actually? Ferrying, yeah, horseshoes and stuff like that. But we can also do things like smelting. For let's see, you said fire boilers. Let me think now. Now, for the fire boilers, they actually do all sorts of fermentation. So if you want, we can do alcohol. But we can also do things like pickles. I was actually also thinking also thinking miso soup and soy sauce.
Yeah.
Because actually, if you look at her design, I actually based her off like Japanese brewers and like miso soup makers. So
Fabulous. Nice.
For the hide chewers, so they're going to be your expert trackers. They're going to be the ones that can find any animal or anything other than an animal that leaves tracks behind. So they'll be an interesting bunch.
Yeah.
And I know. What was it like two sessions ago? You're surprised that all the sheep prints were in loincloths. Yeah, the high chewers are very, very big in the loincloths.
Jaguar's gonna be pretty overdressed.
I don't know if you can. I'll actually pull up the bigger one if I could actually find them. Baker, Copper, Butcher, Wheelwright, Lumberjack, Mason. I have way too. Oh, here we go, Trapper. Actually, what I really liked about this one, at least for this drawing, I'm showing off again.
Oh wow! What? Wow.
So for at least this goblin, this is the goblin leader. This is my design for the goblin leader. This is a female goblin, in a loincloth, and the only thing covering her feminine bits is the tails or like the paws from the fur. So they're not big into clothing.
Oh, wow.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. I think I chose a fun one.
Yeah, you did. What is she holding?
Right. Oh, it's like a bear trap. It's a jaw trap on a chain.
Okay.
Just looking at the chatter in the chat. So,
Yeah.
getting back to the problem at hand. Ami Soft Hands, the lieutenant or the small leader, the lieutenant of the soap making candle making guild, still has not returned after a month. She is a month late. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start at the front of the soap makers guild. Okay. So let me see here. Hopefully everyone can find it. Okay, there we go. The soap makers guild, and you're gonna be right there at the front. Again, you're getting news, or you're talking to the goblins there, and they're still worried. Like, Ami still hasn't shown up yet. We're very worried. We really wanted her to be the new leader after the death of our past leader, but she still hasn't shown up yet. We're afraid something has happened to her. So we would like you to investigate it, since you're so good at solving problems. You even helped solve the murder and defeated the monster to boot. So I'm sure any danger that you face, you'll be able to handle very easily, right?
Sure. Let's go with yes.
You all sound so confident. We're very pleased.
Okay, sure.
So I'm gonna go through one by one, and I want you to give me a promise or some sort of like really gung ho. Let's go with it. Okay, Chinera, what's your response?
You can count on us. We will take care of this.
Oh wow! Yay! Yay! Okay. All right. How about a theory?
I'm like, here we go again. Sure. Yeah. Let's find out if she's okay. I'm in.
Yay! Okay. All right. How about a grad doll?
Okie dokie. Sure thing.
Okay, well that makes us feel good. Okay, how about
shower them with flowers?
How about this Dagmar? Is it
How
Dagmar?
much are you going to pay me? And do you have any little pigs?
We don't usually keep pigs here. But if you needed some, yeah, we'll pay you. I mean, this is very important to us. We don't, yeah, sure. How much do you need? One, 2 gold pieces?
I said pigs.
Pigs.
Oh, okay. You get pigs? Oh, I'm sure we can get some from the mayor. The mayor has a lot of good pigs. All right. Yay! Okay. All right. So one of them goes off like, go get the mayor. Go to the mayor's farm. Let's go get some pigs. We'll get you the very best pigs. Oh, wait. Are you gonna tell him what kind of pigs you want?
On Dagmar.
Yeah, Danny foot. Huh?
I cast hold person on Dagmar. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Oh yeah, good.
They kind of look at each other weird, like Dainty Foot, because everybody knows which pig that is. So, you want the mayor's pig?
The cutest pig there is, the one with the hat.
Okay, and then yeah, go get a cute pig. Yeah, get a cute pig. They're pretending not to hear you now. So, cute pig. Okay.
Can I roll a perception check?
For what exactly?
No.
If you want, okay.
No. Later.
All right.
Man.
So, what they're gonna do is the best clue that they have is they actually sent someone back to the neighboring town, and the person has already come back and already told that she finished her business there. Okay. I think I'm getting a little bit of an echo from someone.
Oh, that might be me.
Okay. So they already sent someone to check on her at the neighboring town. She finished her business and actually had left the town. Her next item to take care of was to go to actually the bee farm. So what they're going to do is they're going to ask someone from the bee farm to come and escort you there. And then from the bee farm, you'll work your way backwards to the town or check out whatever may have happened at the bee farm. Okay, then. So, oops. So here we go. Okay. So, well, what's gonna is this is okay. So you're about here in Goblin Town. So you're gonna end up traveling along a little bit of the roads out this way, and you're gonna go up the road, and you're gonna come out over to here somewhere. So you're actually traveling to someplace over here. So someone shows up. Let's see. Someone shows up. Let me see. Do I get the right person? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to find the picture of it. Goblin townsfolk. I don't know. Well, I want. Yeah. I want this guy here. Okay. So this guy steps out of the crowd. Yep. All right. Hopefully you can all see him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cool.
I gotta say, that's a pretty handsome-looking goblin.
I was thinking the same thing.
All right. So, wink. Okay. So, wink, hint, wink, hint, hint. There's a reason why he looks like this. I don't know if any one of you will figure it out. Hopefully, I'm actually hoping that Sarah catches on why I what this is referencing. So wink, wink.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. This. Okay. So he steps out of the crowd. He says, "Hello, my name is Singer. I'm the head bee farmer at Deürmall Runnar Farm. I'm the one that takes care of all the bees, and I help manage the farm, and I keep all the records and everything. So I'm here to help you." Okay. And so you see him; he's kind of ruffled. He's older, a little bit of a dad bod with the belly, and then the bag full of like books and papers and maps and sorts of parchments. Okay. All right. So he bows to you. It's like, is everyone ready?
Yeah, I think so. You guys ready?
Yeah. All right. So good.
The bee farm.
So on your own screens, if you want, I should have put their character sheets in the handout. So hopefully you can look at them if you'd like. All right, there we go. Okay. So you can see that on the east end is all the farms and houses.
Cool.
And then, so that's what all the kind of brown, yellow, orange stuff, that's supposed to be agricultural lands. The brown parts are actually the foot of the mountain. The city actually butts up against the mountain, and those are sort of the toes and feet sort of sticking out from the bottom of it. And then the light green is just non-agricultural land, just open prairie or grass. And then the sort of darker parts are forest. So you can see as the area that you're going into is less developed. There are fewer people here. Singer starts to tell you about the farm. It's like, yeah, we built a place for the bees, and we built it a little bit further away from the settlements so that the bees wouldn't be bothered, and the bees wouldn't bother other people. We have the main bee farm that is near a pond, or like a small lake at the foot of the mountain, and we use it to create honey that has that really nice flavor from all of the mountain flowers and all the mountain herbs. But we have another smaller station for bees that we call Hive Home 2. And you can see that over here. That's the one on the right. And some of those bees we notice actually go out to the farms, and they pick some of the pollen from there. No, it's a nice place. I really like it there. But people say some weird things happen.
Oh, no.
And I've seen a few weird things.
Like what?
Sometimes I see lights. I chased the lights. Oh, don't worry. The lights have never hurt me. At least I think.
Have they hurt anyone else?
You'll have to talk to some of the other people. Spring Pound and Sower also have been working here a long time, but they know a lot of things. But you really need to talk to Wyvern. Wyvern's like he's our guard. He's a master huntsman.
So where'd you see the lights? Like in the woods or people's homes?
Yeah. Well, out in the woods, cause some people think the area's haunted. Okay.
So there's those kind of lights.
Yeah. Okay.
Wyvern.
Let me see. All right. Okay. So as you're sort of walking along, for the most part, you take the road up to the top, just because it's easier. Just don't want to walk through the all the forest and things like that. So you're going up the top. Whoop. Freehand. You're going up the top right here. Okay. You cross over the little stream here, and then you start to come down. And now you're just coming down through prairies in sort of open, rolling fields. Up over the top of one of the hills. Actually, here. Now let's roll for perception.
Everybody?
Yes, everybody.
Come on.
Oh, wow.
Wait. No, I don't want.
Did I
There's
roll?
mine.
No.
There we go, Dagmar. 19.
Yeah, finally, right? Like, everybody's getting good.
Smart.
Sorry, my computer is being incredibly slow.
Okay. I mean, if you want, I could roll it for you, but I know it's fun to do it yourself. Okay. All right.
On
So,
character sheet load.
okay, so, well, Dagmar has the highest one so far. Hologradal's a close second. So, you all see it, but Dagmar does it first with eagle eyes. Sees a little head pop up over the crest of one of the hills. Okay, so you just see it like off on the side here somewhere. Its head pops up. You look closely. Dagmar notices it. It's a wolf. It's a large wolf. It just sort of stands. It actually sort of moves up to the top of the hill and looks down at you. Do you want to do anything?
Oh, So it's a large wolf, like the size of a dire wolf?
Yeah, something like that.
I would probably start taking out my crossbow and start slowly approaching it. And I'm telling the rest of the party to back up.
No, I'm here.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd be trying to hunt the wolf.
You're gonna hunt the wolf? Okay.
Yeah. So should I roll for that?
So, all right. Well, it's still kind of far off. So you start to hunt it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's open. It sees you, and you see it. It actually looks right at you. As you move toward it, it begins to move toward you. It actually starts to trot toward you. It's a very large wolf.
Does Dagmar know this wolf?
No. It's a strange wolf.
This is ominous. Okay. All right. Dagmar is curious now.
The wolf is very large. This wolf, it basically stands shoulder to shoulder with you.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So it comes up to you. It literally comes up to you at right in front of you, like at your feet. If you reached out and touched it, you could, and it like looks up at you, or rather, no, it looks you in the eye. Sorry, it looks at you. Sorry, it looks you in the eye.
But it doesn't have a hat, right?
No, there is no hat.
No hat. Okay.
Oh, because that changes everything.
Huh. I do want a companion, and I can get a hat for this wolf. Can I tame the wolf?
You're gonna try to tame the wolf? Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. We're gonna do an animal handling check.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Okay.
You can roll for that. That's actually on your character sheet.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go to either the string pullers or the skin sacks to get a little hat for it. Oh, okay, 12. Right. So the you're sort of fumbling, like, oh, okay, maybe scratch it behind the ears. It's a wolf is like a big dog, right? Like, yeah. It doesn't bite you. It just like looks at you. Okay. Then it starts to go. It walks away from you, and then it starts to looks at a theory. Starts to come to a theory.
I start to pull my axe out.
Okay. It looks down at a theory a little bit because I think a theory is a little bit shorter than Dagmore.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I pull out some jerky from my bag and just kind of offer it gently to the wolf.
You okay? So like this with your hand out like this and it on top.
Yes.
It smells it.
So I
wait.
So I dropped it in front of him and I kind of back off.
Oh, okay, you drop it. Okay, you drop it. So
yeah.
He began to smell it. As soon as you dropped it, he sort of a little bit.
Okay.
Looks down, smells it, and then he laps it up. Looks at you again, and then he moves on to Genera. Looks at Genera. Now this is almost about eye to eye. What do you think? What do you think, Genera?
I think that I have some leftover donuts. So I'm going to break one of my donuts in half and offer half the donut to this wolf.
Do you just drop it on the ground or what?
Yeah, I just drop it on the ground. I don't want to lose any fingers.
Okay. He smells it. Like, huh. Pause it a little. No, it doesn't interest him. He moves on to grab
donuts? Okay.
It's a strange wolf. Okay. Goes to Gradoll now. Looks at Gradoll. Looks down at Gradoll. Actually has to like hunch down, kneel down a little bit on Gradoll. Actually like begins to smell Gradoll, like nose, like snout into his chest kind of smell.
Oh no, is it into flowers? God.
Okay, what do you think, Gradoll?
I'm thinking about what Gradoll would do. I think normally he would probably offer a flower to the wolf, but I think he'd also probably be too scared to do it. So I think he's probably just having Barghest flashbacks at the moment and trying to remain as still as possible.
You're trying to remain as still as possible?
Yeah. If you want, I can try to do an animal handling check just to try to get him to.
Yeah, okay. You can go ahead and do an animal handling check to see if you can get him to, leave you alone.
Oh no.
You're like, so yeah, it's a wolf, it's a big dog. Not supposed to, don't put your hands in its mouth, right? Like, don't take a bone away. Yeah, that's it. It doesn't have a bone, so it's okay. Yeah, I can, like, pat it on the mouth, right? There's no bone there. Sounds about right. All right. So you're just sort of kind of nervously trying to figure out, like, why is this wolf on me? Why is it smelling me so much? The wolf then opens its mouth and closes it on your shoulder.
Painfully so, or just with pressure?
There's pressure.
I think Gradoll just died.
Kind of wriggle a little. If you wriggle a little bit, it doesn't let go. It's like it doesn't hurt, but you don't think you can get out of its grip.
I'm just checking
R.I.P.
my spells to see if I have speak with animals.
Okay, check your spell list. Yeah.
I don't think I have it prepared. I could have had it prepared, but I don't think I have it prepared.
I'm a little bit happy. Sarah got it. Sarah's got the joke.
Yeah, it's on my list of known spells, but not in my list of prepared spells. So I don't have.
All right. So the wolf, its mouth over his shoulder. Okay. So this is basically encounter now. This is basically battle, but we don't need to roll it for initiative. Okay. We'll just sort of go down the line, and then the wolf will go last. Or well, let's just roll for initiative just for fun of it. But it's not. This is not going to be a big bang zoom battle here. I just want to put some order. So why don't we roll for initiative? The wolf automatically goes last.
I'm not seeing it.
Oh, actually, you know what? Let me make. Well, yeah. You should be. If you look on your character sheet and you find the word initiative, just click the word initiative.
Where is it in? I'm not seeing it on my character sheet for some reason. I've got insight, intimidation, and investigation.
Oh no, it's actually sort of a separate thing. If you look for your armor class, like your AC, it should be like in the middle somewhere. It's not part of the.
Okay. Had that trouble last time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me try and restart Roll20 because for some reason my character sheet is not loading properly.
That's bizarre.
Mine disappeared. I don't know why my token disappeared. It did. Yeah, I'm gonna hit reconnect. Oh, she's back. All right.
Yeah, that's weird. Roll20 might have updated or something. Okay. So, anyways, though, I think someone rolled pretty high. Yeah, Fury actually rolled really high.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can tell us what you'd like to do first if you can.
Yeah, so I see this wolf grab onto little Grad-doll there, and
Oh.
What am I going to do? I think I'm going to pull my whip out and try to wrap around the wolf and pull him off of Grad-doll.
Okay. So you're really gonna Indiana Jones it.
Why not? Make it useful.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna yeah. Basically roll the. Okay, so
String?
you hit it. Go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna try to just laugh at it to pull it off, not to hurt it.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's see. That's kind of an interesting one. Let's do a roll to hit. You're gonna do a roll to hit with your weapon. Then if you roll high enough, then we'll count it. But there's just no damage. There'll be no damage roll.
Oh wait, I gotta reload the weapon. Hold on.
Oh, there we go. We got to work.
Okay. Good. Here last though.
I gotta go back and
Just like
reload it.
pop open a can of spinach right there, Genera. Get ready.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let me see. Let's see who's gonna be. So a theory wraps it, rolls it. We assume that she'll do her attack. Groudal, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm definitely concerned about this wolf biting down on my shoulder, but are the wolf's fangs penetrating my shoulder, or are they just holding on?
They're just holding on. I mean, it's possible you could be bleeding, but it's not. You can tell that the wolf is not trying to take off your arm. You can tell that the wolf is. You're actually feeling the wolf beginning to lift you off your feet.
Okay. Given how strange this is, I'm just gonna hold my action and try to let it happen. See if I can figure out what it's trying to do. Yeah, I'm basically just gonna. Yeah, I'm basically gonna go limp, and I'm gonna hold my action, see either what this wolf is communicate, or eventually this wolf is.
Okay, everybody. It appears to you that Groudal has fainted in the wolf's mouth.
That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking he was just smiling there, thinking about life, like, huh. This reminds me of a flower falling on my shoulder, but I'm thinking about flowers.
I'm just holding my action.
Okay, there we go. I'm just playing. Okay. So a theory, if you can't load it, here, just roll a d20, and I believe you're gonna get like a bonus. You're gonna get like a +5 or +6 to hit.
Trying to get it down.
Let me see here. Yeah, you have a +3 dex, and then 2 proficiency bonus. That's the +5. So whatever you roll on the d20, get a +5. All right. Oh, that's a 20. Okay, so 15 + 5, 20. So wraps right around its neck. Okay. All right, and you're just like, so what are you doing with it? What are you doing with it?
Trying to pull him off of Gretel's head.
Okay, so it's just kind of like,
and I'm like, Dagmar, help me pull this.
Yeah, Dagmar, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Help me.
Dagmar helps the theory and comes in behind and grabs part of the whip.
So now the wolf is like, okay, all right, Genera. Actually,
Go
for it.
I was just gonna say, can I use my unarmed strike and like maybe hit the wolf in like the side or something to see if maybe that will get it off?
Okay, so you're just gonna sock it in the kidneys.
Yeah.
Actually, I should have done this. So, what I would like Dagmar to do is to roll with an advantage. Roll a athletics. So, if you have your settings, you can do athletics with advantage, or just do it twice, and we'll take the highest. The reason is you're doing a strength check with a theory, because you're working together. It becomes advantage. Okay. All right. So you actually do fairly well. You can feel your muscles tense and your biceps bulge, and the wolf is actually kind of like putting kind of its head going down now. For Genera, go ahead, roll the strike, and roll for damage. Oh wow. Okay. So Genera like steps up, winds up, and socks him, and there's a solid thump right into its rib cage, right? And the wolf does nothing. Feels as if it's not like nothing. Doesn't even look at you. Now that its head is like this, it's doing its best to lift Grad off his feet, But Assyria and Dagmar actually kind of are holding it down quite a bit. Okay. Okay, let's go back up to the top then. Assyria, what are you going to do?
Well, so the wolf was kind of now down on the ground, and
Yeah.
I've got him wrapped up. So I'm gonna just try to, like, rodeo, like, flip this, try to like pull him off. So I'm gonna keep pulling.
Okay.
Because it's-
Okay. So in that case, do the same thing that Dagmar just did. So roll a strength or athletics check. It's an athletics check with advantage, or just roll it twice. Now, while you're all struggling to do this, like Sower's like, oh my goodness, I've never seen a wolf this large before. What's holding? Are you guys okay? I'll run for help. Okay, and then he like books it down the prairie.
Thanks, dude.
Okay. Ooh, Asiri, you get to do it one more time.
The athletics. Oh, is that right? Athletics. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's being kind of finicky here.
Nice.
Oh wow. Okay, so he rolled a 19 out of 20. Oh, good golly. Okay. So you reel it in like a marlin, like a tuna. It actually has a little bit of a surprised look on its face. It sort of gently puts Gradal down. All right. And then it opens up its jaws very wide. You see sort of its large teeth. All right.
I'm backing off.
It actually lets go of Gradal. Okay.
All right.
I appreciate. I will say, seeing
Now
you mime the wolf in that full crow makeup is pure nightmare fuel. By the way,
This is very scary.
Okay, Gradal, it's actually your turn.
okay, I'm going to. Again, I don't have speak with animals prepared, but this wolf could have easily just devoured me in a second as a morsel, but it didn't, and it just gently put me down. So I'm going to try to communicate that to everybody else, and I'm going to try again to try to figure out what this wolf is trying to tell us.
Okay.
So, do you want me to do another animal handling check, or
okay, here. Why don't you let's make it a little bit interesting? Why don't you roll insight?
I'm good at insight usually.
That's pretty good.
Not bad.
Okay. You
Dagmar.
okay. All right.
What's wrong with me?
Look, Dagmar's the muscle, not the brains.
I think Ethereum's the muscle now.
Yeah. So Gradal, Gradal, you like look deep into this wolf's eyes, right? You've handled animals before. Somehow looking into its eyes, this is a look you've never seen before. It doesn't seem like an animal. In fact, you're not quite sure what it is. Okay, Dagmar, are you also staring into the wolf's eyes, or what are you gonna help? Are you gonna help the theory? What are you gonna do, Dagmar?
I'm gonna help with theory. But I'm also going to be right back for a couple of minutes, if that's okay.
Okay.
Gonna grab my headphones so that I don't have to stay muted.
Okay.
Okay.
So, well, just one thing, just before you go. Okay, you help her. You yank down on the wolf some more.
Yeah.
The wolf then stands up, like fully stands up, and both of you actually kind of almost dangle for a second, like ah. Okay, so now it's actually erect. You were able to pull it down. It's now pulled you back up. Okay, Shannara.
Got this one.
Does Dagmar have her axe out? Can Dagmar swing it to try to swing the axe to try to release the hold on her?
Well, you could just let go of the whip.
Oh, well. Let's do that. Dagmar's gonna let go of the whip. That's so much easier. What am I thinking?
But Gradal, that was the goal. So
Okay.
I let go.
Can you let go?
Yeah.
You want to do anything, Shannara?
I'm trying to think if I would have any knowledge of what this possibly could be. Like if I roll for history or nature or religion, would that...
Give me just one moment.
Sure.
Go ahead, Shannara. Roll a religion check to see whether you you can pick. So if you do religion, this is just sort of, well, it's religion. If you want to do like specific, like a monster, you can do Arcana. Okay. So go ahead, roll that. I gotta tell someone something.
Okay. Oh, what? That's awful.
I'm listening, but I'll be right back. I'm just stepping away for a second, but I can hear you guys.
Oh, okay, sorry. Let me see. Oh, good golly, Shannara.
Yeah, I failed miserably.
Is this a unicorn? This is a unicorn, right? Unicorns are magical, right? This has got to be this weird, like, really furry unicorn. There's no horn. Oh, I'm not sure. This is weird. Or maybe it's like a golem. That's why when I hit it, it didn't react. Oh man, it's weird. As Shannara is sort of pondering that, and Groudal is kind of like relieved at being released. As a theory, and Dagmar let go, the wolf steps away, kind of circles around you a bit, again, looking at you, and even looks at you each in the eyes, and then scampers off. Scamper, 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 scamper. Frolic, 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 off over the hills.
Okay.
With the whip still around his neck.
Oh no, you lost your whip theory.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I don't need the whip. I'm done with the whip. I'm over it.
You got to think about it though. Like, wait, how does Indiana Jones get his whip back after he does that thing? You know, I don't know.
Short Round gets it for him. Just kidding.
Okay. So you are left alone in the middle of this open field. The road's behind you. There's a bunch of forest ahead of you. You did see him run south. You saw him run like due south. What does the group do?
I did not want to follow
it. That wolf definitely knows something. It could have hurt me. It didn't. I will say that was a very interesting experience, and I am glad that I wore my brown pants today.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so you want to follow the wolf? Is that what I just heard?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, you want to follow that wolf?
I mean, realistically,
I think,
it probably.
my insight check would want me to realize that, and I would communicate to the rest of the party that I'm not sure that was a wolf. That there's something far more intelligent than an ordinary wolf in its eyes, and far more intelligent and far more benevolent than your average.
Well, yeah, Gretel, that's because it's a unicorn.
Okay, so I guess let's have a vote then. Sorry, the Dagmar's not in the seat. I guess a vote of hands. Or rather, I'll give you 3 choices. You can stay here and wait for Singer to return. You can go due south to try to catch up with Singer, or you can follow the wolf. You're all thinking very hard.
Yes, this is a tough decision.
But I'm willing to listen to what Gretel has to say because he's not steered us wrong yet.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think if I'm remembering correctly, I don't think I did I think I did all right on my yeah, I think I did 15 is all right. I think I did all right on my
Yeah.
Dagmar votes to follow.
Yeah, she wants to follow the wolf.
All right. But do we have a plan before? Like, what are we gonna do? We're just we'll know when we find him.
You're just gonna follow the white rabbit. I mean, wolf.
I mean, I'm game if you guys are.
Okay.
And in the back of your heads, yeah, he just booked it across the fields, and you lost sight of him.
Okay.
In the back of your head, like all of you are like, yeah, let's follow him. Yeah, I think we should follow him. That's a good idea. In the back of your heads, you get that image again of the goblins all going.
Let's go check it out.
Okay.
All right.
So he actually ran back from where he came from. So you're going to start to follow him over the hills. Okay. It's fast. Quite fast. But you notice him sort of get to the top of it. He'll run into like a little bit of a ravine, and you lose sight of him. And then he'll come up to the top of a hill, and then you quickly catch sight of him. And then he'll look back at you. You actually notice you following him. So this is what I would like you to do.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Okay. So, 4 of you. So we have 4 of you. You're all trying your very, very, very best to catch up or to keep up with the wolf. So each of you are going to contribute some part of the chase. So I want you to each pick a certain skill. You can either pick perception to just sort of notice where things are, what he's looking at, or you can do survival to actually follow his tracks. You can do an athletics or acrobatics check to see how well you can sprint up toward it, or however you want to pick it. So this is actually where I want you to try to use your skills to contribute to the story making.
All right, well, I'm going to parkour over the ridge using my acrobatics.
Go for it.
See if I can catch up with him.
Pretty good. You're just bounding in.
Trees.
You're on camera right now. If you want to show us the parkour, you can.
Well, here we go. And then I do a little flip over a rock and I bounce off, grab a tree, swing around, hit the ridge, and then I keep running.
Okay, yeah, Dagmar needs to roll survival. Okay, so Gennaro with her, not quite hawk-like eyes. Maybe raven-like eyes? Pigeon-like eyes? I don't know.
Pigeon-like eyes.
All right. So you're actually able to keep pretty good. You're able to kind of keep track of it. You can see it. It's a little bit harder for you to keep up, but you notice it, and you're able to yell out like, a theory, go this way, go that way. No, it's more on that side. Keep going. I'll catch up. Okay, Gradal, what you want to contribute? Or are you contributing that 5 in survival?
No, that was entirely a mistake. I could contribute perception. I'm wondering if another insight check is, because I have an instinct as a player that the wolf was literally trying to pick me up, and is why I suggested we follow him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm debating whether I should do perception, keep an eye out, or insight, although I don't think I could do insight from this far away.
Okay, so normally
outpace us, or whether the wolf is basically allowing us to follow it.
So for perception, generally the way I sort of run perception is just you noticing details. For insight is more about like intent. Patterns. Intention.
Why don't I try insight again?
Okay, go ahead, roll it.
Yeah, because I think Genera's got sight of the wolf, and I think I'd like to try to get its intent. Is it trying to get away from us, or is it trying? I don't know much.
It's a wolf. It's running really fast. Wow.
Yeah, that's about it.
It's got really long legs. It runs really fast. Maybe it is a unicorn. I don't know. Let me see.
Could be. Who knows? I like unicorns. Unicorns and flowers. I think somewhere Gretel actually has a notebook that looks like a middle schooler's notebook. It's just full of like flowers and unicorns. Stuff like that.
Are you telling me you have a Lisa Frank notebook?
Yeah. I could totally see Gretel with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know if I can roll for Dagmar. Maybe I can. Let me see if I can. Dagmar said survival. Let me see here. Oh no. Okay, so I rolled that as Dagmar. Roll. Okay. She can blame me later. I guess I owe her a little pig later.
Right?
Okay. Okay, so Dagmar's kind of be like, well, if it's an animal we're following, we gotta follow some tracks. Or tracks? Maybe we have to follow some scat. Yeah. We'll see if it's left behind any droppings. I'm like, Okay. Oh wait, there she is. Oh whoa, blinding. Oh, what's that?
She looks mad.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you got to tag more. Roll it. If you want to roll it, Dagmar, go for it. You can easily overrule my roll. That's fine.
How could you do me dirty like that?
Okay. I guess I owe you a pig.
You do. When am I rolling again?
Yes, go ahead, roll again.
No,
roll for survival.
For survival, right? Thank you.
Yeah, because you never got the roll. Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah! That's how you do it.
Okay. All right. I've been shown up. What is it? What is it? Is it? Caw, bang, dead.
Damn straight.
Okay. Dagmar is very good at following the tracks of this creature. Okay. This area is so she can actually follow like the crushed grass and some of the pressed in dirt. This isn't quite mud, but the ground is, it has lots of leaves, has lots of grass, and it's fairly soft. So Dagmar does a very good job. And like between a theory, just booking it, Dagmar doing expert tracking, and Genera actually keeping a decent eye out for it, you're actually able to follow the wolf. It actually leads you. Hey, let me see if I get it. Oh yeah, yeah. It leads you in a little bit. Leads you actually through the woods, and there's a little bit of the creek, and you cross it, and you're somewhere in there somewhere. You're somewhere in this general vicinity. Okay. All right. Problem is, you can still see the wolf, but no one was quite able to do good survival checks. You're not sure if you can find your way back now. You can still see the wolf. In fact, you see the wolf starting to climb up the mountain. Do you keep following the wolf? Or are you trying to make sure you can get back?
Because Dagmar is so confident, I would think that she would try to follow the wolf no matter what.
All right.
What about you guys?
Yeah, we've come this far. I'm gonna keep following the wolf.
Okay.
We need a new mascot.
We need a new mascot.
A wolf named Unicorn. I really want that.
There we go.
Oh, sorry. I think Michael wanted to say something. Michael?
Oh no, I'm willing to go with the group, but I'll say Gretel is not as confident as he was before. He was positive that he was trying to tell us something, but now he's not for sure.
Okay.
Okay. So now we're lost.
But
You can still see.
I say we keep following the wolf.
Okay, well, you can still see the wolf. That's something.
So we heard Gretel say basically never mind. Let's go back.
No. That I'll continue to agree, and we should continue to follow the wolf.
Okay,
I
good.
think so. I'm positive that this wolf was trying to tell us something. I just think because I think it was trying to pick me up and take me somewhere.
Okay. Well,
I just don't know if it's a good wear or a bad wear.
yeah, and I don't really want to see him like grab you again and run off with you, but
It's always
wear or
the
bad wear?
ones.
Yeah. What kind of werewolf is it?
Did I say it was a werewolf or did I say it was a wolf?
Oh, I'm saying it's a wolf, but I'm making a joke.
Oh, okay.
Because if it's a bad wear or good wear.
Yeah.
Please go in the corner and think about what you've done.
I'm already sitting in the dark, okay? Like, sitting in the dark, feeling very sad. Like, okay. So you keep following the wolf. It's actually getting harder. It is getting harder because now you're going uphill. You are now going up part of the mountain, up one of the little feet of the mountain, toes, or little things off the mountain now. It's getting harder to keep up. I want all of you to make perception checks. Okay. Dagmar is like, oh. Ooh, there we go, Gretel. Alright, Janera. Oh, good golly, theory.
Gosh, it's a theories night. Jeez.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Alright. So Janera, Dagmar, you're like, wow. It smells fresh here. Like it's pine. Like nice smell, fresh smell of pine. Whew. Whew, it's hard.
How funny it is that we should have the same thought exactly at the same time and everything, huh?
I know. Totally weird.
You're starting to sync up, you know. Like that months of hanging out together, you're like this. Michael. Okay, so for both Michael and a theory, your skin is starting to crawl. You don't feel right. Both of you get a funny smell. Something smells funny. For a theory specifically, you can feel your hair feel funny. It feels like your hair is literally standing up. Like
because aliens.
Hey, I'm gonna say like it's like the Spider-Man spider tingle thing. You can like feel like the hairs on your like arm kind of start to go up, but they're literally going up.
I do not like this one bit.
Right. You're just
no.
Okay. The group. You just hear her say,
Something's wrong. Something is not right here.
Okay, so a theory, Gretel, you're gonna have to convince Janera and Dagmar. Like, you have to warn them somehow.
All right. Somewhat.
I think maybe we. I can't speak for a theory, but I can say that I turn to everybody else and go, something's not right. And I'm just gonna start. I already rolled one perception check for like the general feeling. Can I start like looking around and scanning and see what's what?
Okay. Let's see now. All right. Are you gonna keep following the wolf because the wolf keeps going, or are you gonna stop?
No, I'm stopping, and I'm echoing what Gretel just said. I'm like, something is not right. We need to leave.
Okay.
I don't know about leaving, but we need to know. We need to figure out why we suddenly got this feeling. Something's wrong.
Okay. So to make it just a little bit different, if you want to check around for what it is, let's do investigation. Okay.
And that's for all of us.
So here's the thing is, so if Theory and Gretel want to, go ahead and do investigation because you actually smell. You actually have that funny smell in your nose.
Oh.
For Dagmar and Janera, you're not sure what you're looking at. So if you want to do something else, go ahead and tell me and let's figure out a role for you.
Can I do an insight check?
On the wolf or your on who?
On like what Ethereal and Groudal are telling us.
Okay. Go ahead, roll an insight check then. How about Dagmar?
I'm not sure if this might work, but I'm gonna try it anyway. I don't have a high number on it either, but could Dagmar do like a history check on the area
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. See if there's anything that is known about this area. Okay, well that didn't work.
We probably should have flipped that. I probably should have did history because that's what I'm good at.
Can you just pretend that didn't happen and we switch? I could do the insight and Janera could do the history. Can we do a do-over?
We're really off our game today.
We're Team B, but give us a chance to redeem ourselves. We're not A team like Ethereum at Crowd Hall right now.
Oh, wow.
It's Halloween. It's also Halloween.
Yeah.
It's also a good time to get lost and be out in the woods in the dark.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh,
And there's a Bigfoot out there somewhere too. So.
We gotta knock on all the trees and summon it.
We can get to that if we might have time. Okay, all right, I'll do my best. Okay, so from what I can see in the rolls, so a theory.
Yeah.
From your investigation check, this smell. This is a really weird smell. This is a smell that you only get in the rain sometimes, but not just any kind of rain. In thunderstorms. Right,
So like electric. I
Yeah,
don't know, electrified air.
yeah. It's like the air literally feels sort of electrified. And for us, as players, you would know this is sort of the smell of ozone.
Okay.
It's a weird smell.
So
Okay.
bad. Okay.
Yeah. For the rest of you, you're like, we're in the forest. We're in the forest. Like, I don't know. I got to do the Blair Witch thing. Like,
Gotta get the cat.
okay.
So this is where that's going.
Okay. Okay.
So I tell everyone it smells bad. This air is bad. There's something in the air.
Okay.
Everyone hold your breath.
Something in the air. For how long?
I know. And I don't know where that's from. Yeah.
Okay. You have now lost sight of the wolf. So now you're going to have to figure out, like, uh-oh. You don't know, you've never been here before. You don't know where you came from. And you lost sight of your quarry. And the air smells funny.
Hair smells funny. Oh,
Okay. What do you want to do?
So should we try and go back and find our way back, or do we just continue up this mountain?
Should we try to find shelter? How, like, what time is it at the moment? Like, where is the sun at?
Yeah, so it took you a few hours to get here. It is late afternoon. If you stay here, if you take too long, like an hour or two, you may end up in this area after dark.
What are the skies doing? Like if we have that smell of ozone, like in a rainstorm, are there any dark clouds or?
It's actually no. It's actually clear. There's not a cloud in sight.
Yeah, I don't think we want to camp here or stay here in the bad air. I think if anything, we should try to follow our tracks back out of here. Unless anyone wants to investigate some more to see if we know why it smells bad. But I think we should backtrack.
I think backtracking might be the smartest choice we could make. Despite how cool that wolf would be as a companion, I think maybe backtracking is the way to go. And maybe it'll follow us back. That'd be cool and convenient.
As you're discussing, you hear a loud, like, boom, kind of, and like a crackle. It does sound like thunder. It really sounded like thunder, but the sky is clear. There's not a cloud in sight. There's no rain. And eventually, the smell fades away.
Well, time to camp.
Time to camp.
Curse this Archeo Gaming Con. It was not a fart.
Oh.
It was Bigfoot's fart. He's near. We can smell him.
I can smell him. It's the skunk ape.
Maybe we should investigate the smell. It might be Bigfoot.
Okay, so the decision: stay here in camp, or try to find your way back. Make it a simple dichotomy.
Where are we on the map? Yeah.
I think
That red circle.
Would we even be able to get back to town? And we wouldn't be able to get back to town or back to the farm for night.
Well, you've never actually been to the farm. That's a problem. You might not get back to town before dark, but you could get within the farmstead range. So, and that's not as scary as being out in the woods at night.
I mean, we probably know we crossed a river to get to where we are right now, so maybe we just go back to the river and try to follow it.
Okay.
Instead of backtracking?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds like
let's
a
do
good
that.
idea.
Okay, excellent. Okay.
Dagmar's
So-
gonna stomp the entire way to make really noticeable tracks in case the wolf is interested in following.
Gonna leave trail of food.
Sweet
Little
little
donut-
pieces of jerky.
Donut crumb trail and some jerky and yeah.
Okay. So here's what we'll do. You're just trying to find your way back to the river. So you can use whatever, again, we'll do the same thing. Pick whatever skill you'd like to contribute to finding your way back to the river. So my guess would be perception and survival.
Oh God.
There, I know
Oh no.
poorly. Gretel knows the way, though.
Gotta lead us back.
I was too busy somersaulting over stuff that I totally missed it.
Okay.
Got a different A team now.
Okay. All right. So because let's see, Dagmar tried to keep a sort of internal map in her head, but ended up getting switched around and accidentally started going back uphill for some reason.
She's drunk. She's just drunk.
She's drunk. That's not water in your canteen, it's vodka.
So, however, for Grabdoll and Genera, you've actually figured out which direction the river is. You can kind of hear it off in the distance, that sort of gurgle of a river flowing over rocks. And so, with a little bit of time, it takes a little bit of extra time because it's a little bit confusing here in these woods. But you make it back down to the river. Okay. So you can either go downstream north and presumably back to the road, or you can head south upstream, maybe back to the farm. He said that the farm was by a lake of some kind, so you might end up back there. With the map, obviously, you will be back there, but let's see what the dice say.
So which way do we go?
back north to civilization and safety, or south and hopefully you'll find Sower, or or one of the other people?
Let's go south.
I would vote for
Okay.
south as well. Try to get to the farm.
Okay.
That's what I'm leaning towards as well.
All right. Fantastic.
Keep on going.
I like that you're very adventurous. You're a good adventurer and go lots of adventure. Okay, so
No
you start
fear.
Chasing the wolf through the woods. Okay.
Okay, I need to leave that. Okay. So you're heading
I thought
along.
of it. I wish I thought of it because I wonder if I could have wild shaped into a wolf instead and then been able to communicate it with it that way. But
Oh,
too late.
been really cool. That would have worked, maybe.
I may have worked, but I didn't think of it. Sorry, guys.
Dang.
Oh, well.
Put it in our path again. There was another path.
And have him have a hat.
Yeah. He ate Davyfoot and took the hat.
Oh, no. Oh.
Okay, so you actually make your way along the river. So it actually takes you quite a long time. You're walking for quite a few hours. And as you're walking along, it does seem to be getting dark. It actually starts to go down, and you can see sort of the light, the sky turning purple above you. You hear a rustle in the weeds. Okay. And then out pops a head. Attached to shoulders.
Oh, good. Thought it was just a head.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can. Come on. Let me see if I can, Oh, no. Wrong. Whoops. Oh, come on. Grabbed the wrong thing here. Alrighty. Alright. So this guy, he pops out of the bushes with his little, Robin Hood hat. He has a black cape on. It's a bit tattered. Loincloth, some foot wraps, and a crossbow over his shoulder. It's like, oh, there you are. Finally caught up to you. I've been tracking you for hours. Sower came by and said that you were in trouble, but when I came by, you were gone. So it took me a while to track you down. Okay. Hello. My name is Wyvern. I help take care of the bee farm. I'm a guard.
Awesome, we found you.
And of course, he immediately gets a flower.
Of course. But what kind of flower?
Thank you.
He's sticking it in his little hat.
Yeah,
No
okay,
turn
yeah.
needed for that. Just obviously he gets a flower.
Okay, takes it. Yeah,
Lamb deal.
Oh, that's
Sticks
rather
it in his
lovely. Thank
hat.
you. Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Thank you. All right, puts it in his hat. All right. So, glad I found you. Are you all right? Nobody's hurt? Someone said, I heard someone was eaten by a wolf? What?
That
Not
was,
exactly.
it was
Yeah.
very, very strange. It was an incredibly large wolf, and it bit down on my shoulder, but it didn't break the skin. And it was trying to gently pick me up and I think take me somewhere, but we couldn't really communicate with it, and it wandered off, and we tried to follow it, but then we lost track.
Oh, wow. he begins to chuckle a little bit to himself. That's another story I got to write down.
Yeah.
There are a lot of stories like that around here. Although that's the first time I've heard a wolf do that to a little goblin like one of ourselves. Usually they're not wolves. Or rather, not the whole thing.
Can we ask him to elaborate on that?
Yeah, I was about to ask that exact thing.
Yeah, I see wolves. I mean, I see regular wolves sometimes too, but sometimes I see wolves like the one you're talking about, but they're not wolves. They're kind of look like people, but they have a head of a wolf. I haven't really said much to them, and they haven't said much to me.
Where do they come from?
I don't know. I've never been able to track them down. And I'm a pretty good tracker, so it's a little scary.
Do they appear friendly or mean?
I don't know. I usually see them from far off. Often I just see them like smoking a cigarette or something. Not much else. Well, when I try to approach them, they see me, they take off. So I leave them alone, leave me alone. Makes my job kind of easy. All right then. Well, we're losing daylight. We gotta hustle.
Can we hire this man? Can we hire him? Does he want to be in our party? Seems to know more than we do.
Yeah.
Well,
about these smoking wolves in the forest.
Well, I work here, and I enjoy it here, and I'm going to help you sort of learn some of the things here, because I heard that maybe Ami disappeared around here, and so you're actually here to help me track her down.
Yeah,
that was our main goal, but we have a habit of getting distracted.
Well,
Ami, wolves and Bigfoot. Oh my!
Oh, you heard of Bigfoot? Yeah. I should show you some of his tracks. I got some plaster casts around here somewhere.
Yes.
I don't know if any of you have seen Finding Bigfoot, but we need a goblin that's based on Bobo. If you've seen that show, just this big guy just knocks on trees trying to communicate with Bigfoot in the forest. We need a goblin that does that.
Yes, we do.
Okay. All right. Then I'm gonna spoil it. I'm gonna spoil the joke because I think Sarah got it for me. She didn't say it in the chat. In case anybody who hasn't realized this, I actually told the group last time we're doing Skinwalker Ranch. Okay. And I am basing this off the show The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. And the reason why these goblins are so handsome, they're actually based off the actual people in the show. The goblin is named Wyvern, but he's based on the guy named Dragon in the show.
Oh, okay.
The guy you met, Singer, he's based off the guy named Bard.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. So Wyvern is going to help you. He helps you, cut through the forest very quickly, and he leads you to the other group. And yes. And then you meet the other goblins, because I think we're actually, I think we're almost out of time anyway. So I want to make sure I introduce them to you. All right, this one is Sower. This guy's Sower. He helps out with a lot of maintenance on the farm.
That's amazing.
He's based on Taylor, so
I like his onesie.
Well, they're supposed to be tights. Very medieval. Okay.
Oh, okay. It just looks like his tunic is like an actual onesie.
All right, and then this one is supposed to be. Let me see. This is this goblin. His name is wait, what is it? The Spring Pound. Based off Winterton.
It's a boy band just for Sarah.
It is. They even look like a boy band.
If Sarah's not using this as her background wallpaper for her computer, I don't know what more we can do to show that we care.
So they introduce themselves. Okay. And they introduce themselves as being the staff here at the farm that help manage it and take care of it. Okay. So I'll take them off. They should already be in the handouts. Hopefully you can be able to look at them. Hopefully that works.
Mm-hmm.
And they, yes. Okay. So the circle I have here is the farm, and then a little bit of ways of it, they have the hives. They have a bunch of artificial hives set up. Okay. And so they introduce themselves like, yeah, this is Deürmall Runnar Farm. Okay. Okay.
Oh God, yeah, that.
Thank you, Michael. You got it.
I don't want it.
Okay.
He's so upset.
My intelligence just went down one.
Oh.
Is that because of the pun or because of the show? No, I'm sorry.
Actually, either.
Okay, so
Should we ask
least it's a
those
memorable-
fine lads about the strange lights we've been seeing?
Yeah.
okay,
Since they're all there.
okay, yeah.
And the
So-
weird smell.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Michael, go again.
Sorry, or do we want to ask them about Ami and the last time they saw her? Because that's what we
Okay.
originally were here to ask, and then we got
True.
distracted.
Yeah. So they explained that they had expected her. They'd expected her to arrive actually a month before, and actually, when one of them was over at a sort of lookout, a lookout on one of like the mountain ridges, off the ridges, actually looked out. They saw her, or they thought they saw her coming down the road. But so they went back down, waited for her, and you think she never showed up. So they thought maybe that she just skipped and went straight back to town, or what? They weren't sure. So they waited a few days. And then after a few days, they went to town to check up on them. And then that's when they sent people back to the other town and, you know, the runaround. And finally, they're asking you.
Which road did they see her on? Where on the road?
The same road you came down. But like, about where the first stream, where you first crossed that stream, about there. Because he sort of looked out over it. And he explains he looked out over a ridge from like right there.
And you're talking about the road that goes
Yeah.
west.
Yeah, this one on top. So they saw her about there and like, oh, she's coming. And so he just went back down. He went back down here and then ran back down over to the other farm and like, oh, let's wait for her.
Isn't that the exact spot where we encountered the wolf the first time?
You encountered the wolf about here.
So it's possible that if she was coming down the road and then came to cut through these fields here to get to the farm, she could have encountered the wolf too, right?
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
They So Michael.
I was going to say, didn't she also have two guards with her or two companions?
She did.
Yeah, she did.
Was she alone when they saw her? Or?
No, it looked like the normal thing. Her and two hirelings.
And you haven't seen them either?
No. He tried to look for some tracks, you know, but he actually couldn't find any. It's very strange. You know. Wyvern explains that he actually found some tracks coming off the road, but then they sort of stop. Like it's just footprints and then nothing.
So there was no blood or any sign of a struggle or one of them being dragged off or anything like that?
No, nothing. It's really weird. There's just tracks and then nothing.
Were there any strange lights at the time in the area?
You know, there might have been. I think there might have been. But we get strange lights kind of often. Sometimes it's a little hard to remember.
What time of day was this? Was it like during the day or was this evening?
It was late evening. But he's made the trip so many times before, we weren't that worried. I just want to ask Michael a quick question. Are you okay for time, man?
So far, yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So there's no blood, no sign of struggle. It was just walking and then no more walking. Like they flew away. Now, they all say, hey, the lights. Do you want to see some of the lights?
Sure, why not?
Go check them out.
Oh, well, we can. I'm just thinking, like, this really is a good face. That my face right now is a really good face to be like, hey, come on. Let's go out in the woods in the middle of the night. We'll find some lights.
Especially since like it's so dark in the background and all you see is just the white silhouette of your face.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
So they come and go. We're not quite sure what they are. But they tend to hang around Hive Home 2. It's actually where most of the weird stuff happens. We're on Hive Home 2.
Oh, okay, let's go check it out.
All right. Let's go check it out.
Let's go check it out.
It's always the way the horror movie starts.
Let's go hide behind the chainsaws, guys.
Yeah. Okay, so you're like walking along the road, and you hear some of the calls of the night. I can't do whippoorwill or whatever, or whatever they make sound.
What sound does a pterodactyl make again?
Are you gonna ask that question?
I'm just joking.
As soon as you ask that
You're
question,
around
I'll
the good
follow
folks
like,
for this.
No, not that one. No. I know. Yeah, I've seen one fly over the top of Mount Heldar, and it comes over every like full moon.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's like got a green light to it, right? No, it's not green. It's like red, like right, and it blinks, right? I don't know. It always has the same like flight path over this every time I see it. Like, oh, it's weird.
You sure have it.
Okay. And you do hear some knocking out in the woods.
Oh boy.
Okay. And like they're like, it's fine. You'll be fine. It's just Sasquatch. It's nothing.
It's the least of your concerns.
Okay. All right. And they go along, telling the ghost stories. Yeah, them white lights. Oh. God, I forgot one more person. There's one more character I forgot to introduce. One more important character part of all of this.
Oh god.
When you were at the farm, so there are 4 main goblins running the farm, and one more very important member of the farm. And that member is, let me give you the picture. That member is Elizabeth.
Does Dagmar want Elizabeth too?
No, Dagmar doesn't. Dagmar's not really interested in Elizabeth, I gotta say.
All right.
Wearing a hat.
You could have the
Good
trifecta.
question.
You could have
No.
a little pig with the hat, a wolf named Unicorn, and a cow.
No, I think Dagmar is interested in animals that portray a sense of big dick energy, and then just Stinky Foot. Just basically that spectrum, and Elizabeth is like somewhere in between, just this gray area that I just don't care for.
Right.
My bad, dude.
Okay. That's fine.
Insights into the mind of Dagmar.
Yeah. Actually, as you walk along, Elizabeth actually like follows after you, kind of on the trail, and you can hear the cowbell going dun 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 dun. As she follows along.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's the donut trail.
Yeah. And so they tell you a lot of ghost stories. They say like, yeah, we've heard like it's kind of weird out here. You know, we hear hooping and hollering, weird smells, you know, knocking on like trees and stuff like that. You know, like, and Sower's like, yeah, something threw rocks at me one time. I thought it was spring pound, like playing tricks on me, but found he was back at down at the lake. It's really weird. It's a wolf? Yeah, I haven't seen that before. That's weird, right?
You mentioned weird smell. Did you ever smell like a weird kind of, almost the kind of smell that you get in a rainstorm kind of thing? Well, I'm basically asking if they've ever experienced the same ozone smell that we in the mountain.
You know, we have smelled that. And oftentimes when we smell that, you know what, we were talking about lights earlier? We did sometimes when we smell that, we see the lights. Sometimes go together.
Oh boy.
It's kind of weird though. When we that smell that you're talking about, sometimes when we get that smell, we get another smell after. Absolutely rotten smell.
Like a fart?
Yeah, I mean, like, but this is a powerful fart. It's like, I don't know, like if a bear ate, if an owl bear ate a bugbear, and then that kind of fart just like, man, it
Smell
makes
that
a gag.
I think that Michael knows exactly what these are now, but Gretel's still clueless.
Yeah. So you come up to Hive Home 2. Hive Home 2 is much smaller. They have a sort of a shack, like a small hut, and inside there's not a lot. It's not meant for them to stay there. They have like a little bit of a place for food and for cooking, but mostly sort of things for maintenance, things for digging. There's a big pile of like dry cow dung in a corner.
This is why I don't want Elizabeth.
And then you can see like the hives over off, you know, a few yards away on like little platforms and stuff. So they're like, yeah, like, so what we just got to do is we just got to wait, you know. And it's best if you turn off your lights. So came up here, they had like torches and stuff like that. Now they, like, if you want to see the lights, you can't have our torches. Got to put them out. So.
Are they intentionally being like this? They're talking a lot about, These are weird things that are happening that we're used to on a daily basis. That's all. Are they leaving out information? Are we not asking the right questions for them to divulge on some of the stuff that they know?
You can roll an insight check. This is what insight is check for good for.
Okay.
Oh no. Cowfield.
Okay, all right.
All right, Dagmar for Dagmar. These guys are weird. They're weird. But they're not telling any lies. They're not hiding. They're trying to be as honest and open as they can.
Oh, man.
Same thing with Genera. They're weird.
They're weird. They're so weird.
For that.
No, for you, Dagmar, you are confident that there are no lies. Your Dagmar sense is not tingling.
No lies, but are they just not saying something?
They might be leaving something out, but it's just like the story's just weird. Like
I will roll another insight check. I will roll another insight check. No.
I mean, like they don't seem to be hiding anything. It's just as best as you can tell, they're telling you stories about people with wolves' heads, Sasquatch, noises at night, and weird lights.
So intimidation is not going to get much out of them, is what you're saying.
If you want to play the bad cop and Gennaro wants to play the good cop, you can.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me that information and give it to me now.
All right, Gennaro, if you're going to be good cop, you can't do intimidation. You have to do persuasion.
Persuasion. Oh, God, I'm terrible at this
bad
one.
cop.
Hang on. Let's see. It's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I actually scored higher than.
Give us more info now.
Okay. Dagmar gets upset all of a sudden, demanding information.
All of a sudden.
Tell me where the trigger is.
That's my voice.
The Gennaro is very sweet, and it's like, you know, Dagmar gets upset, but I don't get upset. You can always tell me anything. The kid kind of gets surprised a little bit, like you know, especially since Dagmar towers over them.
I've got my axe out and everything.
Oh, you have
no, you're just holding a bone.
I just have a bone.
Okay.
It's not an artifact.
Singer, the older gentleman that first met you, was like, okay. Don't get angry. Like we're trying to tell our stories, okay? We'll tell you everything. We'll tell you everything. Don't, we're not trying to hide anything. But we're just, if we want to see the lights, we got to turn off the torches. So they all turn off their torches, and then they proceed to recount all of their experiences in detail, a ridiculous amount of detail. They're like, in the morning, I had breakfast. Breakfast was, right, and it kind of gave me indigestion a little bit. And later, I was feeling it kind of funny, so I was walking to the well to get some water, and then I forgot. Oh, I forgot about something, and then I went back. Just get to the point.
Just tell us already. Don't care what you had for breakfast.
And so they begin to recount, and they give you some tales. Okay. So Wyvern tells some tales of actually kind of going up on the mountain. He tells these stories. He goes up to the mountain, and he tells you 3 or 4 tales of going up the mountain and actually seeing these people with a wolf head, but they seem to be dressed like a regular person. They're not. like dressed nicer than him, right? Because he lives out here in the woods, gets torn and dirty, but they have regular stuff. They're wearing pants, button shirts. One of them had a dress on. Like, what's going on? And he noticed them from far away, and they'd be off in the distance. And when he tried to approach them, they'd hurry away. And once he got to the spot where they were at, no sign of them. For Sower, he spends more of his time sort of maintaining the farm. He has a lot of trinkets and a lot of measuring, a lot of tools and gadgets on him, and he does his best to sort of set up like ways of maintaining the farm. But he also set up like little alarms around, like strings with bells on them. Hasn't caught anything, but he has seen lights, like balls, like blue balls of just glowing light, kind of drifting lazily over the lake or over the pond there near the farm. Yeah. And I think Spring Pound actually tells us about it one time, because he also does a lot of the hands-on work. That one time he was digging something for like to actually remove a stump, and he hadn't quite finished. He hadn't removed the stump, and when he looked back at his work sometime at the night, he happened to be walking past later in the day that night, and he noticed over the stump was one of those lights. The next morning, when he went back to finish his work digging, he found a chest. He had dug out a chest and opened it up. There happened to be some coins in it. Not a lot. Like maybe 40 or 50 copper coins and like a dozen silver coins. So he found a little treasure. And they continue on and tell you all these sorts of ghost stories. Okay. So everybody make perception checks.
Oh.
All right, Genera.
Let's see. Aetheri, Dagmar, Genera, Gradal. Here. Genera with her eagle eyes. You're the first one to spot it. You notice a faint light. Kind of almost imperceptible. You're not quite sure. Like, is that the moon going through the trees? Like, wait, no. That's almost looking at the ground. Like, you see it sort of pass behind the trees. This like blue light kind of lazily drifting along. All right, Genera, you're the first one to see it. What do you do?
I guess I point it out and say, hey, everybody, look over there in the trees. Do you see that?
Everybody looks at it. Huh. There it is.
Oh, so creepy, dude.
Okay. So, are you all gonna like follow it, or are you just gonna like look at it? Are you all gonna take out your cell phones and take a fuzzy picture, or?
Right? That's the evidence. How
Start
high is
sketching
it?
with our eyes closed.
I want to shoot it with my crossbow. With the light. Is it
So
too
it's
high?
no. It's for you. It actually would be like at eye level. Like for everybody, this is like eye level. It's just sort of, if you walked up, you could touch it, but it's like 100 feet away.
Well, I want to go walk up to it. go kind of sneak through and see what it is.
Are you trying to be stealthy? If you want, you can roll a stealth check to see how stealthy you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna stealth through the forest. Try to anyway.
Okay, good. So you sort of go through. You're actually pretty stealthy, and I don't know. The rest of you, the rest of you are just watching a theory, like sort of like slink off into the darkness.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me double check for this. Wait. So I think I double check because technically this is in the dark. This is dark, so you all need dark vision. But Dagmar's half orc, so she should have dark vision. Goblins, I believe, get dark vision. The only one I'm wondering about is hobgoblins.
I think they do.
I think I have it.
Yeah.
Thought I read something about that.
I have to do this by candlelight. Whoops. You have my
Oh yeah, I have dark vision.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, so there we have it. Looking at my book by candlelight. Okay, so you all can see it sort of. You can see a theory sort of sneak off into the bush. You quickly lose track of her. All right. None of you follow her, or you just. Okay. As you approach it, a theory, it begins to slow down, and then it sort of stays still, just sort of floating. How close do you get?
So I'm just watching it, and I'm not going to say anything, but yeah, I want to try to get, within 5 feet.
Within 5 feet? Okay.
Yeah.
So you come up to it, and it's just this weird, it's ghostly. It's kind of like fire, but there's no heat coming from it. It's blue glow from it. And it just sort of wavers in the air. Kind of feel like it's looking at you.
So did it stop, or is it still moving?
No, it stopped.
It's just kind of hovering, looking at me.
Yeah, I mean, as much as the ball of light can.
All right, I'm going to get up to it. I'm going to get closer.
Okay, you're standing right in front of it. You're standing right in front of it. If you want, you can touch it.
Okay, I'm going to touch it.
You touch it?
Poke the light. Yeah.
Okay. You touch it. Get the poking out again.
Oh.
Okay.
What saving throw do I need to roll?
No. Oh, wait. Let me see.
I'm gonna grab the light.
Okay, here. Now I'm gonna roll. I get to roll.
Oh.
Okay, so all right. Yeah. So you reach out and you touch it. It's an odd feeling. Like it's cold, right? But yeah, Michael.
Nothing. I just wanted to say that I'm gonna have to sign off soon.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm looking at the time here. So you touch it.
Mm-hmm.
This like bolt of lightning shoots out of it and strikes the ground underneath your feet. And
then
throws up
we
some
all
dirt.
die.
Yep. Poke the light.
Okay.
Okay,
All of
so
you see this.
I just kind of back off.
Okay.
And
Okay, so you back off. The rest of you see a little bit of a flash of lightning, and then sort of see a theory shadow in the trees out there. So all of you are just like, a theory's fine, right? She's fine. She's a big girl.
I mean, it's not like I can grab the thing and take it back with me, right? It's just
Like you, as you passed your hand through it, like your hand felt cold, but you couldn't feel like anything. Like it didn't even feel like your hand passing through air. It's just there's like nothing there. It's weird.
Could somebody do like an Arcana check?
Yeah, sure.
Seems like a magical thing.
yeah,
I can. I'm
Who can do the
generally
magic things?
generally pretty good with it, but last time I rolled low. But looks like maybe my luck has changed. So fingers crossed.
Okay.
All right, Shannara. It's you think it's a kind of a ghost, but it's not like. This is a weird kind of ghost. You're kind of racking the back of your head for this. This is a weird thing. You probably can't talk to it. It's not that kind of ghost, but you gotta remember, like these are things that are supposed to show you things. Like somehow they know stuff, but you're not quite sure what it is still.
Okay.
All right, a theory. You still stand there, sort of like staring at it. Okay. If no one does anything, it
no, just back off.
it bloop, disappears. Just it's darkness again.
Okay.
Aliens.
Always aliens.
Always
Okay.
aliens.
I head back to the group
Okay.
and tell them what I felt.
Okay. So you explain back to the group. You have now added one more ghost story to Deürmall Runnar Farm.
Great.
Okay.
I got
Okay.
a quote.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause